And Jack keeps jumping up in the air, and Aku's going, huh, huh, oh, oh, that was a good jump on you. Oh, come on, you got it. Here, I'll lower it. Oh. Foolish samurai, you have failed in your quest yet again. I'll be back. Hello, I just wanted to thank you for clicking on my video, and I wanted to let you know not only do I create content in my YouTube channel here, Class in a Glass, but I'm also on Twitch where I play single-player games, multiplayer games. I do movie reviews, cartoon reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Also, it would be a big help if you can check out my Patreon, where you can gain access to audio commentaries, reactions, and the ability to submit questions for my podcasts and videocasts. And all that content can be found in the links below. In the meantime, enjoy the video. But now, my friends, we'll go ahead and move on from that eroticism, and we'll start reviewing Samurai Jack episode 14, chat. Let's get into my scene by scene breakdown, chat, of Samurai Jack episode 14, or Samurai Jack season 2 episode 1. Whatever you want to call it, chat. They call it episode 14, so that's what I'm going to fucking call it. It's episode 14, chat, okay? And it's called Jack Jumps Good, because he learns how to jump good, chat, because he's not a good jumper. I mean, he's a master samurai. He's competent in all sorts of forms of combat, chat, and survival and tactics, but that motherfucker can't jump, okay? You know they always say about, like, white man can't jump, chat? Well, Asian people can barely fucking jump. That's just a fact, okay? Samurai Jack proved it. It's not racist. In the show, they said so I'm just telling you what they told me. I'm passing on information, okay? FYI, chat. But this episode starts, chat, with Samurai Jack battling the big bad Beetleborgs. The last time we saw the big bad Beetleborgs, chat, was like in Samurai Jack episode 5, when he was helping those scientists get off the planet because they're like, fuck this place. Aku controls it, and we want to leave, all right? We want to get the hell out of here. And they're like, you know, and Jack was like, okay, I guess I'll help you. And he helps them. And they said, well, you know, we'll be able to send you, like, so fast at the speed of light that you'll be able to go back in the past. That didn't fucking work out. And he had to fight a whole bunch of big bad Beetleborgs, chat. That's the situation. That's how it played out. But, you know, so he went back to Earth, and he's been on his quest, chat. He's been trying to find a portal to the past. And I guess some time has passed since the first season. And he has found said portal, chat. But it's being destroyed. It's not being destroyed. It's being guarded by all the big bad Beetleborgs. You'd think Aku would be like, you know what, fuck these big bad Beetleborgs. They're not working, okay? He's slicing and dicing through them all the time. Didn't work in the 3-part, pilot episode when he was defending the dogs against the big bad Beetleborgs. Why are we using all this? He must just have a lot of extra Beetleborgs, chat. That's the only thing. But Jack, he's slicing and dicing through all these fucking things, gets through them all, chat. In the middle of this desert, in the middle of this rocky terrain, is the portal, chat. And he approaches it, and he's like, finally, my quest is at an end. I can go back to the past, slay Aku, and save the future, chat. But as soon as he's about to touch that shit, who manifests himself in front of the mirror, chat? Aku! And he grabs the fucking mirror. He's like, ha, 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 ha. Foolish samurai, you expected to use the portal to go to the past and defeat me. Yes, Aku, I wanted to defeat you, and I shall use the portal. You will not be able to use this portal, samurai. It will always be out of reach. And then he keeps like, Aku keeps fucking talking, just keeps monologuing, and Jack's like, he goes for it. He's like, wow, what are you doing? What are you jumping? What are you jumping for? He's like, I'm trying to get the portal. He's like, you cannot reach the portal. And we get a hilarious fucking scene where he like holds it over Samurai Jack. And Jack keeps jumping up in the air, and Aku's going, huh, huh, oh, oh, that was a good jump on you. Oh, come on, you got it. Here, I'll lower it. Oh. Foolish samurai, you have failed in your quest yet again. I'll be back. And he flies away in like a bat form or something, chat. Bah, good to see you. Hope you're doing very well. You don't remember this episode? It's a classic. It's a classic. Jack jumps good. Ginger jump man. Hell yeah. No, it's a classic episode. And Jack, he sees his sword, chat, and he looks down into the rocky terrain, the desert, in just utter fucking defeat, chat. He's crying. He's crying. He's like, I've been doing this for, let's say like a year. Let's say he's been traveling for like a year or something, chat, and he failed. It's like, there we go. The portal was right there in front of him, and just because he didn't jump good, he failed. And so he's like, well, I'm going to get some fucking food, chat. So he goes to a nearby forest. He makes camp. He sits there, makes himself some future chicken or something. And, he's picking out these chopsticks. And he has, like, a bowl of, like, I believe cool water. I'm not sure what it is, but I think he's, like, using the bowl of cool water to, like, cool the chopsticks. And he goes to the chicken, so it cools the chicken so he doesn't burn his mouth. I guess that's the thing. I'm not sure. Koo's a big fucking smug ass. So he's a piece of shit. He's going back and forth to the chicken. But then he notices, chat, we notice behind him, this giant ginger hairy man just appears. And Jack's like, huh? And he turns around, the guy just vanishes. He just jumps up in the air. He's like, what the fuck? All right. And he keeps going at the chicken, but then the giant ginger hairy man, Chad, he picks up the bowl of water and takes it, drinks it, and then puts it back down. Jack turns around to, cool off his chopsticks or something, and then he's like, the fuck happened to my water? But then little does he know, Chad, the ginger-haired man, he's then appeared before the chicken. He tries to grab it, he jumps, and Jack's like turns around, he's like, what's going on? And he looks behind him again, and then the ginger-haired man grabs the chicken, Chad. He grabs the chicken. And then Jack, he turns around, he's like, where the fuck happened to my chicken? And he sees some guy jumping in the trees, Chad, this Neanderthal-looking ginger. And he's like, you son of a bitch. I wasn't able to slay a coup. I wasn't able to go back to the past, and now I have no fucking future chicken. All right, what the fuck? And so he's like, I'm going to get you, son of a bitch. And so he starts chasing this guy. He starts chasing. But this guy moving so fucking fast. He's going back and forth and all these trees. And then Jack's like, oh, my God. Until Jack finally trips over himself. Boom, fucking hits his face in the dirt. He's so upset. And the ginger-haired man is watching him from the trees, chat. And Jack, he just stands up. He composes himself. He's just like, oh, fucking Jesus, what a terrible day. But then the ginger-haired man, he jumps down. He jumps down to Jack, and he presents him the bones of the chicken with a sad face, and he's like, I'm sorry. So sorry. He sounds like Schmeagol. I believe this character was voiced by Tom Kenny. I think it's voiced by Tom Kenny. I'm not sure. I'll double check. You know what, chat? I'm going to fucking double check just to make sure. I'm gonna type in Tom Kenny. I believe it is Tom Kenny. Tom Kenny. Samurai Jack. I just want to see. Let's see what he did, chat. Let's see what characters he did. Maybe he did. I don't know. Maybe he did Scaramouche. I know he did Scaramouche. I don't know if he did the goddamn. Did he do Ugg? No, that ain't it. I don't know. It's Jeff Bennett. It's Jeff Bennett that did it. I'm gonna say Tom Kenny. Okay, Jeff Bennett. Good old Jeff Bennett. Well, he deserves all the credit in the world because I thought it was Tom Kenny the whole goddamn time. But we have this guy, this little ginger-haired man. It's like, I'm so sorry. I was just so hungry. He has a very weird voice. And Jack is like, oh, it's okay, it's fine, whatever. And he's like, listen, what you were doing there, I saw you were flying. He's like, I wasn't flying, I was jumping good. He's like, you jump good? I jump good. He's like, wow, how do you jump good? How do you do that? And it's like, I'll show you. And so then he takes Jack and they go to, he's like, Jack's on his back, and they go to his little home, chat. We're introduced to his family, which are a bunch of blue monkeys. And all the blue monkeys are curious about. They're very friendly. They're very cute looking. They go, what's up, guy? That's what he sounds like. He sounds like Schmeagol. They all go up to Jack, and Jack's like, well, your family, you don't happen to look like them. He's like, no, they adopted me. They told me many years ago I came from another tribe. And Jack's like, what was this tribe? He's like, they say that my tribe was in great danger and peril. And we see this flashback scene, chat, like many years ago. Maybe a few decades ago, let's say 2 decades ago, just for the sake of convenience. And we see that you have these humans that are in these slave collars forced to push this giant gargantuan tank with a big bad Beetleborg got top going, keep going and shit. And we see the little ginger-haired man, Chad, jump good guy, and he's like a little kid. And with all these old people, and they're like, our life is fucking miserable. But then we see one of the blue hair monkeys, or one of the blue monkeys, Chad, and he sees the people, and he smiles because he sees the little kid, and he goes down lower because he doesn't understand what's happening, and he sees that they're all in pain. He's so sad. And then the monkey, he sees the little kid, and the monkey tries to make him feel better by jumping around and, like, you know, making flips, and the kid's like, that's so fun. And he gets out of the slave collar, Chad, and he runs towards the blue monkey, and, you know, as the monkey, like, hopping around trying to make him feel better. But then, you know, the ginger-haired man, Chad, Jump Good guy, he looks behind him, and he sees that the tank has moved far ahead, Chad, leaving his original family, his original tribe far behind him. And, you know, the monkeys said that they never found my family. And now I live with them, and they teach me to jump good. And Jack's like, wow, that's really cool. I mean, could you teach me to jump good? He's like, no. No, actually, he doesn't ask that yet, because first we eat. And so they all sit down for a nice little meal. And it's all a bunch of fucking fruit, Chad, all this weird future fruit. And Jack, like, he's looking all because he doesn't know how to eat this fruit. He takes, like, this orange-looking thing and he goes, nah, but it's too thick. He can't penetrate the crust, the peel. And then the, you know, Jump Good guy, he's like, no, no, dummy, you pull on the fucking plant string at the bottom of its ass, all right? Pull on the asshole, and it'll reveal itself to you. And he's like, oh. And so he pulls on it, and it's like this little fucking seed. And he's like, all right. And he eats that, but he's satisfied. Everyone's having a great fucking time eating all this future fruit, Jim. And then they hear this, ooh, 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 ooh. And it's like, oh, shit. Oh, we got to get the fuck out of here, man. Them red fucking gorillas are coming. And Jack like, whoa, what's the fuck's going on? And so the Jump Good guy and all the blue monkeys, they all hide in the trees, Chat. And Jack also hides up there. And all these fucking red gorillas go, ooh, 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 ooh. And they all sit down, and they all start stuffing their fucking faces with the fruit. And Jack is seeing this, and he jumps down there, and he's like, hey, fellas, listen, that food is theirs, okay? And you just came in here and scared them all away, and so I'm thinking that you weren't invited, so I would ask that you leave. And they're like, oh, oh, and they just fucking shit and piss on their hands, and they throw it at Jack. He's like, oh, oh, and Jack's like, whoa, all right, fuck you. And Jack gets like a big old, because there's bamboo around him, and he cuts off like a piece of bamboo, and he starts beating the shit out of all these red gorillas. You just whacking them over the head. The gorillas are like, oh, 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 and they eventually just fucking run away. After he just beats their asses, Chat, in a non-sexual manner. And then Jump Good guy and the blue monkeys, they come down. And Jack's like, why didn't you defend yourselves against the red gorillas? And, you know, the Jump Good guy's like, we are peaceful people. We like flower. And he points at like a little flower there. And it's like, we don't want to hurt anyone. We just go from place to place. Plant more seeds, eat more fruit, but then they come and they smash! And he's like smashes the fucking flower, and then we takes the pieces, and we move on and grow more food. And Jack's like, oh man, listen, I can teach you guys how to defend yourselves, okay? He's like, how about this? Let's do a deal. Let's make a deal here. I'll teach you how to defend yourself. I'll teach you strategy. I'll teach you tactics, all that stuff, everything I've learned. And you teach me how to jump good. And Jump Good guy's like, yes, you teach us how to defend ourselves. And he's like, and then you teach me how to jump good. He goes, no. And Jack's like, huh? He's like, nah, I'm just joking. We'll teach you how to jump good. And so Jack teaches him how to fight, Jack. He's like, well, make use of the terrain. There's weapons all around you. He has used the bamboo. This is very strong. This is how I was using. He cuts it down. He shows them like the moves, how to practice, how to work out, and things like that. And so they be able to defend themselves against red gorillas. He employs strategy, where he's like, keep, again, the environment is your ally. Keep a whole bunch of rocks nearby. Have slingshots and stuff so you can fling them at him. We're gonna capture a fucking giant future tiger. We're gonna dig a pit, put that thing in it, and so when the gorillas fall in, then they'll be torn apart, and they're like, whoa, Jack. He's like, I'm sorry, it's kill or be killed. That's the way it is in the jungle, baby. And he teaches them all this stuff, and they're so happy for it, Chat. They're so happy for it. And then they're like, thank you, Jack. We now have the ability to kill. We're going to teach you how to jump good. And Jack's like, cool, what do I got to do? And so Chat, it's Dragon Ball. It's literally fucking Dragon Ball, Chat, because we see like fucking Jump Good guy. He can literally jump hundreds of fucking feet. It's like, holy shit. All the monkeys just go by going, boop. And it's like, holy shit. But what they do is Chad's Dragon Ball. It's weighted training. Remember in the original season of Dragon Ball where it's Master Roshi's school, you know, the turtle school, where he straps that fucking turtle shell to his back and he straps it to little Krillin and Goku? It's the same fucking concept, chat, where they strap a whole bunch of rocks on Jack's calves, his arms, his forearms, and a huge fucking boulder on his rock, and basically makes him do all these ordinary tasks he'd have the simplest of ease doing, chat. So, like walking up an incline, crawling up crawling up a vine or something like that. Jumping and things like or just walking or running, doing parkour. They kind of do like the Master Yoda thing with him on Dagobah, chat, where the monkeys are on top of the boulder and they're telling Jack where to go and all this shit. And Jack struggles with this shit. I mean, he falls over, he trips over, he's getting crushed by the boulders. The monkeys are helping, but the monkeys are good. These are good monkeys. They ain't monkeys that, like, unlike the red gorillas, they're not throwing their feces and urine at him. All right, they're just like, they're helping him up. They're making sure that he's okay, getting the water he needs, getting the food he needs. But it's the same fucking concept, chat. Like with Master Roshi, where he basically forced Krillin and Goku to wear that turtle shell for like 6 months. And so it's like, all right, take it off. And they're like fucking like, oh my God, I can basically fly. Well, most Master Roshi, well, not really, but you can jump real good. It's the same goddamn thing. Or eventually, Jack is able to move around easily with the weighted, the boulders and the rocks and everything until he's able to climb up the vines like really quick, jump from vine to vine with it, able to do all the parkour shit and everything with them. Until eventually, the Blue Monkey's like, all right, you're good. So the time passes. We don't know how long, but maybe a few weeks. Who knows? Who knows how long, chat? But it's like we get a montage, of course. And then they eventually remove the rocks and the boulders from Jack's body. By the way, Chad, Jack is just wearing a fucking, like, Speedo the whole time, Chad. So you see those thick cheeks, Chad, that Jack has, Chad. You seeing them thick samurai thighs, all right? He's looking good, baby. And then then Jump Good Guy, he jumps up in the air along with all the blue monkeys. They jump, too. And then Jack, he goes, boop, and he just fucking shoots up along with them, Chad. He's like, oh, my God. And then Jack, he just starts jumping from tree to tree, from mountain to mountain to hill with ease until finally he jumps back in front of Jump Good Guy, and Jump Good Guy's like, wow, Jack, you jump good. And he's like, yeah, thank you. And eventually collects his things and he says, well, listen, thank you so much. You've helped me on my journey. I wish you the best of luck and to be safe and to take care of yourself and defend your own. He's like, real, Jack, thank you for everything you've taught us. We'll see you someday. And they do actually. Jump Good Guy does appear. The next time we see Jump Good Guy, I believe he's in the finale of season 5, Chad, where he comes back as an old man to assist Jack and the Scotsman and everyone else against the forces of a coup. Because this was a very popular episode, Chad, he was a popular character. But eventually Jack leaves. But then, Chad, he hears the red gorillas. He sees that the red gorillas are running towards the blue monkeys. He's like, oh shit, I gotta help them. And so he runs back. Eventually, though, he doesn't get there fast enough, Chad. The red gorillas are like, we're gonna fuck those blue monkeys up and that ginger-headed son of a bitch. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna throw all our feces and all urine at them, and we're gonna eat all our food, and we're gonna rip their dicks off. That's what the chimpanzees and monkeys do, Chad. They go for the face, they go for the ears, they go for the appendages, and they go for the scrotum. They're like, they'll rip that shit off, okay? So that sounds like I would never want to be caught like in a situation where I have to defend myself from a chimpanzee or a gorilla, because I'd be fucked. I'd be dead. I'd be like, all right, just shoot me instead. I would say just shoot me before it gets me. Honestly, because it's going to tear my ass apart, chat, in a non-sexual way. So, Vanessa, good to see you. Hope you're doing very well. But eventually, the red gorillas, they get there way before Jack does because they're moving so fucking fast. But the thing is, though, Chad, the blue monkeys and the Jump Good Guy, they can defend themselves, okay? And they start whooping. Not only they start fucking whooping the ass of these red gorillas, they start fucking killing them, where they are just beating them to death with bamboo shoots, Chad. They've made like a giant slingshot to like throw them up into shoot them in the air, Chad, until they fall and hit like a side of a mountain, just splat like a goddamn mosquito on a windshield, going 75 miles per hour, getting their asses kicked, Chad. And some of them are falling in the future tiger pit, getting their ass just ripped apart. It's like, oh my God. And eventually the rest of the red gorillas, they run. They were like, whoa, retreat. And they get the hell out of there, chat. And, Jump Good Guy and the blue monkeys are just happy, and then they're like, we did it, everyone. We killed them all. We killed them. And Jack just kind of looks, Jack got there, but he didn't, he watched them in the battle. And he was so impressed, and he goes, good for you guys, good for you. And oh, Vanessa, thank you so much for 100 biddies. Thank you. Chat, please do check out Vanessa Kilbish. Give her some support on her own channel. I would appreciate it. And on various other platforms. But eventually, chat, so, Jack, he sees that. He doesn't go to them because he's like, okay, they can take care of themselves. They've got it, so it's good. Everyone got what they wanted. Eventually, chat, we cut, who knows how long later on, he's sliced and diced some more big bad Beetleborgs, chat, defeated them, and he's found the time travel portal once again. He approaches the chat about to enter, but then, who manifests in front of the portal? Aku! And he grabs the portal. He's like, foolish samurai! You thought you could get to the portal again? Ha! You cannot do it, samurai. You have traveled this far only to fail. You cannot defeat the mighty Aku. And while he's monologuing, Jack just fucking jumps. And Aku's like, oh, what? You can fly? Jack's like, no, jump good. And he slices and he cuts fucking. I thought he was like, you could have killed Aku. And he slices him in the fucking face, like big old fucking scar. He's like, ah! But then the episode cuts, chat. So apparently it didn't, he didn't get the portal, but he did fucking bamboozle Aku. It was worth to see Aku go, holy fucking shit, as Jack jumps right at him. But that, my friends, is Samurai Jack episode 14, or season 2, episode 1. Jack Jump Good. It's a good episode. It's a very fun episode, chat. Has a number of great little scenes, some cool action scenes too. I just love Aku in the episode. Like Aku's in the beginning and the very end, and I just love how he's like, like holding the fucking portal away from him. It's so funny. Extra thick. Another great one. I like that. You and me both, Aku. We're on the same wavelength in regards to that one. Oh, Lord. But, Chad, I hope you enjoyed my review of Samurai Jack. It was a fun one. I love talking about this series, Chad. By the way, the full series is on HBO in HD. You can watch along with season 5, Chad. The much more violent season 5 is up there. All the blood, gore, and viscera that you want. You can fill it to your heart's content. Hot and thick, indeed.